Well, this is a bit interesting. So I had the thought to drop my character's rarity while I was running Titanic Exiles. I was running a minion build that was running Doriantes, and so I had to reflect a ring. And so I thought that I would reflect the rarity into going to negative because I was noticing that I was dropping uh, almost two, maybe sometimes even three full inventories of idols while running the Titanic Exiles at high pack size, but they were all rare. And what I wanted to do was start finding magic bases because they are significantly more valuable. I didn't have the damage to test this out with the ring that I had, and I didn't want to reflect a new one. But I can assure you, if you run zero rarity, you will find tons and tons of these blue magic bases that will sell for a lot, and occasionally you'll get lucky with the conquerors as well. But ever since that, I've been thinking about a way to um, do the strategy and easier content. And so what I wanted to do was try Harbingers out because I had a guild member that was saying that he was having insane success with them. But what I found when I did this was that the rarity is actually impacting the amount of idols dropped. So much so, I don't want these ones. I just switched my filter up so I could see all these to do this test. But when I put on this negative rarity, I've run 6 maps now, and I actually have not dropped a single idol. And I went through and I put a filter on that saw every idol, rare, magic, all the idols, just to make sure I wasn't just not seeing them. But I can run these maps over and over and over again, and maybe I'll get one eventually. But I so far have not got a single idol from 6 maps running reduced rarity. I think what was happening with the Titanic Exiles is that the natural rarity of the Exiles is just so high that when you reduce your rarity, um, it's sort of evening it out, I guess, because I was, like I said, dropping like 2 full inventories of magic bases. It was insane. If you have a character that is capable of running high pack size exiles with negative rarity, I suggest you give it a shot. You will find so much currency for magic bases, but it is challenging to be able to fit that in the challenging content that is high pack size rogue exiles. But the only reason I'm bringing this video to people's attention is because there's probably people could probably go a little deeper than I have with it. This is just kind of a discovery that I had, but it seems to me as though rarity actually impacts the number of idols, I guess. I'm not sure what their base is. I don't know what they spawn as, but yeah, I mean, I can go through and clear map after map, and I will never see an idol running negative 100 rarity. So there may be some people out there that can figure something out to maybe find some strategies to drop more magic idols based on like finding the perfect rarity and the right content. I'm not really sure, but I just thought this was interesting, so I wanted to share it. Um, but yeah, I don't really need to keep going through this map much longer. I think Harbingers are bait. They're garbage currency. Don't run them. I'm trying a different strategy with Fortune Favors the Brave and pack size. So it's definitely not like the meta strategy, whatever it is. But even with that strategy, these kind of feel bad. But yeah, the point is you'll never find an idol, and I just thought that was interesting. Um, for any idol hunters out there, pay attention to your rarity. It's definitely impacting the amount that are dropping, I believe, unless I'm just like basically shutting them off by reducing my rarity. I'm not really sure. If I add in, if I take off the Kalandra ring and I go to negative 50, then I might see like one or two idols, and then if I take it all off and go back to zero, then I see a bunch, and if I add a little rarity, then I seem to see a little bit more based on the limited testing that I've done. But yeah, there's a sweet spot where based on the content you're running and the rarity you have, where you can just fill up your inventory full of these blue bases, which obviously sell for the most, right? Like if you can hit something like Rogue Exiles or something, or even the 3%, 5% explicit effects, those are selling for 10, 15 divine. The high rolled blues for increased explicit will sell for 10, 15 divine. The pack size for fortune, you guys know about all the valuable ones. There's tons of them. And so if you're running very high rarity content, then you can reduce your rarity, and you'll just find boatloads of magic idols that will make you a fortune. I believe if I could have ran at negative 100 on the high tier pack size, I think I would have made more than I would have from the uniques because I was finding these so frequently. But the content was just way too challenging with the ring that I had. I had to reduce my damage significantly to do it. Um, So I couldn't get a real test, but I can tell you that I found so many of these, it was insane when on the maps that I was able to complete. Uh, but it looks like with, regular content, um, the I just found this by itself. It's kind of crazy. First one I found with Rogue Exiles and Explicit Effect together. Pretty cool find. But anyways, um, yeah, that's all I guess. I'm sure there's some ways that people can tinker around with the strategy and end up filling up their inventories with magic bases, but um, you're gonna have to run higher tier rarity content to be able to do it. And if you're not running high tier rarity content, then I think more rarity will be better. So I think you'll end up dropping more idols. So that's all.